Today I want to share some fun ways you can use your circle and oval shapes to create an adorable little Easter bunny. Hi, it's Lynn Dunn from Stamptastic Designs. Thanks so much for joining me today. In this episode of Stamptastic TV, you will learn how to use your circle and oval shapes to create some fun little Easter bunny cards. This designing technique is called punch art. By the end of this video, you will have 2 different Easter card ideas and a fun way to use your circle and oval shapes. For the latest card making ideas, be sure to subscribe to my channel and click on the little bell so you will be notified each time I upload a new video. So are you familiar with punch art? Leave me a comment below and let me know if you've created anything with this punch art technique before, or if this is completely new to you. Okay, so first let's talk about the supplies you will need to create these cards. You will need some white, black, crumb cake, and pink or blushing bride cardstock. This cardstock will be used to create the base of your cards and will also be used for the accent pieces. I am also using some of the Blushing Bride polka dot pattern paper from the Subtles DSP pack. I'm using this for the pads of the feet and for the ears on the bunny. Now this is optional, as you can always just use pink cardstock for that. And if you decide to use pattern paper, small patterns work the best for this. You will also need some circle and oval punches or framelits. I recommend using a variety of different things that you have on hand. So in this case, I'm using the oval framelits to create the ears and the feet on the bunny. And then I am using some circle punches to create the rest of the bunny. I find the circle punches work better because they come in a variety of different sizes, small enough to create the eyes and the detailed pieces on the bunny. But you can use whatever you have on hand. I am also using a little embossing folder called the Basket Weave embossing folder. So this will be used to create a little basket element on one of the cards. You will also need to choose a stamp set that has one of your favorite Easter greetings. So for this project, I am using the little Easter greeting sentiment that comes in the Fable Friends stamp set, but you can use any stamp set, any greeting that you have on hand. And finally, we will need some ink. So I am using Blushing Bride and Crumb Cake. All right, I think that's it. Let's get started. Card number 1, Down the Bunny Hole. Now this first card features a fun and simple way to create a little Easter bunny. Well, an Easter bunny that is busy hopping into a bunny hole, that is. So to make this card, start with a piece of white cardstock cut at 5.5 by 8.5 inches. Score the 8.5 inch side at 4.25 inches to create the base of your card. Cut a 5.25 by 4 inch piece of white cardstock. Using one of the circle dies, cut a hole in the center of the cardstock that is approximately 2.5 inches in diameter. Now set these pieces aside. To create the bunny, we will be using crumb cake cardstock and the pink pattern paper. Cut 2 ovals from a piece of pink pattern paper that are approximately 1 3/4 inches long. From a piece of crumb cake cardstock, cut the following pieces: a 2-inch circle for the body of the bunny, a 3/4 inch circle for the tail of the bunny, and 2 ovals that are approximately 2 to 2.1/8 inches long. Scalloped ovals or plain edged ovals will work just fine. Sponge a bit of crumb cake ink around the edges of each of the shapes. Adhere the pattern paper ovals to the center of the crumb cake ovals to create the padded feet for the bunny. Okay, now we're ready to assemble the little bunny. Start by adhering the bottom part of the body of the bunny to the inside of the circle on the white cardstock. Adhere the feet to the body so that they are overlapping onto the white cardstock. Use dimensionals to pop up the feet off of the card. Adhere the tail to the body with a little dimensional. Now go ahead and adhere the entire white piece, the one with your bunny, to your white card front. Use dimensionals to pop it up. Then simply embellish it with a little Easter greeting. So there you go, simple and cute. For more punch art tutorials, you can click on the playlist featured at the top of your screen. Card number 2, the bunny in a basket. This next card features a cute little bunny in a basket idea. It has a few more shapes than the previous card, but it's still pretty easy to make. So to make this card, start with a piece of Blushing Bride cardstock Cut at 5.5 by 8.5 inches. Score the 8.5 inch side at 4.25 inches to create the base of your card. Cut a 5 by 3.75 inch piece of crumb cake cardstock. Using a square or any other die cut shape, cut a hole in the top part of the crumb cake cardstock that is no more than 3 inches wide. Emboss the crumb cake cardstock with the basket weave embossing folder and adhere this piece to the pink card front. Now you can always modify this part by simply using the crumb cake cardstock as is, without cutting it or embossing it. To create the bunny, we will be using white and black cardstock as well as pink pattern paper. So from a piece of white cardstock, cut the following pieces. A 2-inch circle for the head of the bunny. Use a 3/4 inch circle punch to cut out 3 pieces of white cardstock for the bunny eyes. Take one of the circles and cut it in half to create the eyelids. Use a 1-inch circle punch to cut out 2 pieces of white cardstock for the bunny mouth. And finally, cut 2 ovals that are approximately 2 or 2.1/8 inches long. The scalloped ovals or plain-edged ovals will work just fine. These pieces will be used for the ears. You will also need to cut 2 ovals from a piece of pink pattern paper that are approximately 1.75 inches long. Cut out a small heart shape from a piece of pattern paper to use for the nose. Use a 1/2-inch circle punch to cut out 2 pieces of black cardstock for the center of the eyes. And finally, you can use a fringe scissors to create the whiskers. You can also snip little white pieces of paper that are approximately 1/16 of an inch wide. Sponge some Blushing Bride ink on the edges of the white cardstock. I sponged it around the pieces that I was using for the eyelids and for the mouth. Start by creating the eyes for the bunny. Adhere the black circles to the center of the 3/4 inch white circles. Then adhere the eyelids. Now glue dots work well for adhering all of these pieces together. Adhere the eyes to the top of the 2-inch circle. Now adhere the 2 1-inch circles just under the eyes. Slightly overlap them as you adhere them. Use dimensionals to pop them up. Now adhere the heart shape over the space between the eyes and the mouth. Now let's put together the set of whiskers. Use glue dots to create a cluster of 3 and then adhere them just under the sides of the mouth. Adhere the scalloped and pattern paper ovals together to create the ears. You can adhere the ears to the top of the head with a few glue dots. Now adhere the bunny to your card front so that it looks like it's peeking over the basket. And for the finishing touch, simply embellish it with a little Easter greeting. All right, that's it. So how adorable are these little cards? If you enjoyed them, give me a thumbs up or type super cute in the comments below. Now you have 2 fun little punch art Easter bunny ideas that you can create with circle and oval punches. And you can certainly use this fun little Easter bunny idea to decorate cards like we did today. You could use the little bunny to decorate a basket and even make Easter treats. And if you enjoyed this video, feel free to download the printable tutorial. You can find the link in the description below this video. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know by liking it and sharing it with your friends. And leave a comment below to let me know what you enjoyed most about the video and the project shared here today. Have fun getting creative, take care, and I'll see you soon.